Good evening everyone and welcome back to our channel. I am Twinkle Quatra from IME Law College. I am currently a legal intern at Lexis and Company, and today the topic that I am going to start is hurt under IPC. The hurt sections that are governed under IPC get sometimes complicated and confusing because the order of the section is a bit confusing. In this video, first I will cover all the sections related to hurt, then we will come to grievous hurt so that it gets clear in your mind by the same order. So it starts from section 319, and also I will make two videos because it will get lengthy. There are total 22 sections. I will cover 11 in this video. So let's get started. 319 says the definition of hurt. So what is hurt? Hurt means if someone causes bodily pain or disease or infirmity to any other person, then he will be liable that he has caused hurt. Section 321, it says voluntary causing hurt. It means that if someone has caused the hurt with complete knowledge and intention, and he knows that the act he is doing will cause hurt to another person, then he will be liable for voluntary causing hurt. Now there is a case. It is Jashmanlal Jamanthal versus Brahmanand. The name is very confusing. So in this case, there was a man and he shows the gun to the woman, and in the dark room, and he says boom, and due to that the woman got nervous shock and she just fainted. And the intention was that he wants to vacate the house because that woman was living in a rented house. So the intention was to vacate that house. So in the court, the advocate of that man said the argument like, there was first of all, there was no physical contact. Second, there was no intention of causing hurt to that woman, and third was that there was no physical pain to that woman, but he was liable for causing hurt, because the court denied all the three arguments, and court responded that the physical contact doesn't is not necessary for causing hurt. Because for example, if I have just kept the bucket on the door, so that the my friend or whatever, to whomever I want to cause hurt, came and that bucket directly hit his head. That means the intention was of causing hurt. It doesn't mean that there is physical pain or no physical contact or not. Okay, so court said that. And second, the argument was that there was no intention, but the court said that if there was no intention, it is not necessary, but he was having the knowledge that due to this she will be bothered, and she can be hurt, right? And the third was that there was no physical pain. Then the court said that not only bodily pain included in this section, there is also disease and infirmity, and that nervous shock will be covered under infirmity. So that is why that person was under hurt, liable under hurt. Now let's come to next, that is 323. It says punishment for voluntary causing hurt. Now what will be the punishment? So it will be of 1 year, and fine can be extended up to ₹1000, and it could be both. Now let's come to 324. It says voluntary causing hurt by dangerous weapon or means. So here the means is very important. Dangerous weapon can be anything. That could be knife, that could be hammer, anything that is used for stabbing, cutting, whatever. And means, here means is very important. Means can be anything. That could be fire, that could be poison, or that could be any animal also, and that could be anything that is dangerous to human life. So if someone causes hurt by using a dangerous weapon, then he will be liable for 3 years plus fine plus both. Now these were the section of hurt. We have read 319, 321, 323 and 324. Right, now let's come to section of grievous hurt. So section 320 defines grievous hurt. It says there are total 8 things through which a grievous hurt can be caused. So first is emasculation, that can be caused only to men. Second is that if there is a complete or permanent loss of eyesight. Third is there is complete and permanent loss of ear. Fourth is that there is a permanent loss of any organ, limb, or any joint of the body. Fourth is that there is a permanent loss of power of any member or joint. Member means limb or any organ. And sixth is permanent disfiguration of head or face. Seventh is fracture or dislocation of bone or tooth. So these are 7, and 8th is very important. 8 says that any hurt which endangers life or which causes the sufferer to be during the space of 20 days in severe bodily pain or unable to follow his ordinary pursuit. It says endanger to life of the person. So we know that under culpable homicide also endanger to life is used, right? But we get confused under this. So the basic difference is objective of death, and if the objective was to cause death, then he or she will be liable for culpable homicide. And if the objective was not of death, then it will be covered under grievous hurt. So there is a very thin line difference between grievous hurt and culpable homicide, and that is why grievous hurt came under fatal crimes, and I'm sorry, these grievous hurt came under non-fatal crimes, and this culpable homicide came under fatal crimes. So these were the eight things under which grievous hurt can be caused. Now 322, it says voluntary causing grievous hurt. It means if someone with the complete knowledge or intention causes grievous hurt to any other person, and here the condition is also implied. Like if someone got one kind of he wants to cause one kind of hurt but he causes another, so he will be then also liable for grievous hurt. Let's just understand this with the example. If A was having the intention to cause or to harm only the bone of the hand, he wants to only fracture the bone of the hand, but when attempting he just caused the fracture of the neck, then it will not be considered that my intention was to hurt the hand but neck was hurted. The court will say that you are liable for grievous hurt. Now let's come to section 325. It says punishment for voluntary causing grievous hurt. Now what will be the punishment? It will be of 7 years plus fine. And voluntary 326 says voluntary causing grievous hurt by dangerous weapon or means. I have already told you about what is meant by dangerous weapon or means. Now if you will cause grievous hurt, it will be punishment of 10 years plus fine. Now there are two amendments in section 326. It is of 326A and B. It is all about acid. So if 326A says if voluntary causing grievous hurt by use of acid, if someone uses acid with the intention of doing partially hurt or doing full disfigure of the face or any body part or any deformity, then he will be liable under this section, or the punishment will be imprisonment for life or fine, and it could be of punishment that will amount to not less than 10 years. And 326B says voluntary throwing or attempting to throw acid. It means that if someone attempts also, then also he will be liable, and the punishment is really big, not small. It is also, if someone attempts, then also he will be liable for 5 to 7 years of imprisonment. And in 326A it says fine, and the special thing about fine here is that the fine will be given to the victim, and also the fine will be only that amount that is used under the medical treatment of the victim. And also it says that if there is a partial hurt by acid, then it doesn't mean the punishment will not be given, because the intention was of causing the full hurt, right? But if there is a partial hurt, then also the punishment will be given under section 326A or B. If it was the attempt, then B. If it was the full the act is done, then it will be A. So that's it for today's video, and in my next video I will cover rest of the section. And till then, keep liking, keep sharing and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.